Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. 3 questions as we do each and every Wednesday. John, let them rip.
How about this one? What if Trump indictments are nothing more than a political play by the left?
Well, then they will get exactly what they want if that is true, and that is a Donald Trump nomination, and they will go into 2024 viewing this as make or break from their perspective, because they may break mentally if Donald Trump gets into the White House for another 4 years. It's a high-risk game they're playing here, because you know that they want no part of Trump getting into the White House. The media does, because it would be great for CNN's ratings. But you know, they believe deep down, I think, that Trump's a guy that they can beat, and that if you just throw all these indictments at him, none of it really matters. People don't actually pay attention, generally speaking, to every single indictment. They just know that Trump's got all these legal woes. That's what the average person is going to know about this. And then he gets the nomination, and then he's going to be in court next year, by the way, fighting these things. And they can just, oh, my gosh, Trump's in court again. He's in court again. Oh, my goodness, this guy lives in court. And they hope that that's their best bet to retain the White House, because they can't retain the White House based off anything they've done. People aren't feeling good about the economy. I know the stock market's had a good 6 months, but people aren't feeling good about the economy. The data, the polling overwhelmingly shows that. People are sick of giving blank checks to Ukraine. I think targeted money is fine, but the blank check thing has got to stop. There's not a lot of rah-rah Americanism going on right now. So what do? You prop up Trump, you show clips from January 6th, you show pictures of Trump in court, and away you go. And you hope it does enough for you. Because if turnout is low for Democrats, that's their biggest fear. Turnout is low. How do they get turnout up? They can't get turnout up through their own policies. They've got to get turnout up, and they can do it through Donald Trump.
Hollywood loves a good sequel, don't they?
Yeah, and I'm telling you, too, I don't discount the media angle of this. They get Trump the nomination. It helps them in 2024. And then, God forbid, he pulls a rabbit out of a hat like he did in 2016. They've got 4 years of Trump content to boost and goose their ratings.
Mm-hmm. How about what if the new Kansas City City Council is actually more progressive than the last council?
Well, then it's more blood and guts and no cranes downtown. And not a lot of success for Kansas City unless you consider a streetcar extension a success. That's it. And Quentin Lucas, who's going to be on the show tomorrow at 7:30, first time we'll have talked to him in a couple of weeks, he said that this was going to be the most progressive city council in Kansas City, Missouri history. There's nothing to suggest that's a positive for the city or a positive for the business community or a positive for the taxpayer. There's nothing to suggest that. Now, it's a positive for groups like KC Tenants. It's a positive for the groups like Urban League of Kansas City, although I saw that Gwen Grant just laid into Quentin Lucas the other day in a Facebook post. Woo! I mean, wow. She went right after him. But it's good for groups like that. It's good for groups with their hand out looking to push super progressive policies across Kansas City. And if you want Kansas City to look like St. Louis in 5 years, well, this city council may do a great job of achieving just that. If it truly is going to be the most progressive council in Kansas City, Missouri history, which the predictions are that it will be. But you might want to get out while you can. If that does turn out to be true, John. I'm just going to throw it out there and do with it what you want, all right?
Just don't go south because there's a landfill, and if you're not interested in paying more taxes, maybe avoid North Kansas City.
Yeah.
A couple of tips.
Lafayette County, that's where you got to go.
Mm-hmm. All right, finally here, what if the Pac-12 conference doesn't get a TV deal by the end of the week?
Well, if the Pac-12 doesn't get a TV deal by the end of the week, Arizona's going to the Big 12. That's what's going to happen. By now, you probably know Colorado's coming home, and thank goodness for that. Woo! I'm fired up about that. Get a good trip out to Boulder, like the old Big 12 days. And there's going to be one more team. There's going to be a 14th team that will join the Big 12 conference. The question is who? Arizona's at the top of the list. Arizona's most likely to make the move. Arizona held a Board of Regents meeting last night privately. No one knows what came out of it. But the Pac-12 also presented to its partners yesterday, to the 9 remaining teams, what they've got on the TV front. And apparently all they've got is about a $19 million per year per team deal from Apple TV that then has escalator clauses in it based on subscriptions to Apple TV from Pac-12 fans. And considering nobody goes to like Stanford games and Cal games, I don't see how they could ever hit those escalator numbers. And the Big 12 is going to be paying out about $32 million per year with its new TV contract. So if you're Arizona, 32 mil or 19 in a dying conference, I know which one I'm going for, John.
Yep. Now, I'm getting confused. These sports conferences need to adopt the LGBTQIA plus thing because what do we got? The Big 10 plus, what, 4?
Big 10,
2,
yeah. Big 10
3?
plus 4, soon to be 6.
Big 12 plus 2?
Yeah.
Right?
No, you are right about that. So
what is the one that's B1G? I keep reading it.
That's Big 10.
Okay.
B1, yes. B1G is Big 10.
See.
Now,
Clever.
They've got 14, but when UCLA and USC join next year, they'll have 16. So, and the Big 12 is at 14 for this year because they added UCF, Houston, BYU, and Cincinnati. But then Texas and Oklahoma leave next year, so they'll be down to 12. But then they add Colorado, so they're at 13. And now they're waiting to get to 14.
Bam.
But they need to get to 16. They need to add Oregon and Washington as well.
Yes, I agree with that, Mark. I agree with the Big 12 going after Oregon and Washington. And there's this like thought in Big 12 land of, well, we don't want to go after Oregon and Washington. They just want to be in the Big 10. Who cares? Go after them. Make a move. Don't be well, they don't want to be here, Eddie. Who cares?
Can't get a date with the pretty girl.
Exactly. Oh, the pretty girl doesn't want to date me. Make a move, chump.
Shoot your shot.
Yes. You know, it's not all about looks there. You don't have to have the six-pack. You can be funny, and it goes a long way. Come on now. Jeez.
Come on, man.
Unbelievable.
Show some RESPICT.
Yeah, that's right. Show yourself some respect, would you please? There's What If Wednesday in the books on a busy Wednesday morning on KCMO Talk Radio.